Your guidance counselor is sabotaging your future. Welcome back to the Ignite Test Prep podcast. On today's episode, we're going to break down exactly why your number one enemy, your number one competition, it's not the student right next to you, it's not the student in another state, it's your own guidance counselor giving you outdated, incorrect information that's literally designed to keep you average and keep you stuck in a loop, getting into mediocre schools with mediocre opportunities. Zach, have you ever had success in any of your meetings with your guidance counselors?
I could unfortunately admit that none of my guidance counselors really helped me much when it came to the college application process. And honestly, I feel like this is a common thing because these guidance counselors, their job is to help basically every student in the school. Like usually they're split up by like your last name, so like A through D have this guidance counselor and such things like that. But the thing is, these guidance counselors have so many students that like there's no way that they could personalize the help for every single student. They're going to give you that basic like foundational help, that starter level help. They're not going to be giving you the deep nitty-gritty of things. But you see, the thing here with us at Ignite Test Prep, we're going to make sure to sit down with you for hours. We're going to make sure we know everything about you. And we use this to show them in your essays, show them in your Common App application. We're going to make sure that your supplemental essays even have personality in it. We're going to make sure everything is good. And we're not going to also just lie to you and try to just say stuff to make you feel better. We're going to actually tell you the truth. So if there's something that's heavily lacking in your application, we're going to make sure that you understand that this is something we need to fix immediately, something that we need to expand on. Like, these are heavy matters. And I feel like guidance counselors sometimes they don't have that, they don't put that pressure on you to become the best student you possibly could be. We put that pressure on you, and also we bring that out of you. Guidance counselors, they will never be able to do it like we do it.
Exactly. That was perfectly said. Like, you got to really think about it. These guidance counselors have never achieved anything in their own lives. Like, we're literally talking about employees of the school that just do their own meetings. Like, and trust me when I tell you this, because as a parent, you probably haven't had an experience with like guidance counselors just yet. And especially if you're like a international parent who like came here, you probably have never like experienced what it's like to work with these guidance counselors. But we can tell you firsthand, every meeting that we've ever had with guidance counselors in high school and college has been an absolute waste of time. Like they genuinely they know nothing about your career path, nothing about the classes you should be taking. And really essentially they give the exact same cookie cutter advice to everyone. Now, this video isn't really just meant to like denigrate guidance counselors. What it's meant to do is show you that if you are a student or parent who's relying on your guidance counselor to get you where you want to go, then you're making a big mistake. That would literally be like relying on a cross guard who like lets people cross the street. It would be like relying on a cross guard to get you across the country. It would be like relying on a stop sign to take you across the Atlantic Ocean. Like we're talking about something that can't do what you want to do, and you're trying to put it into like your goals. It's just not gonna work. Instead of a guidance counselor, what you want is a specialist with expertise and with real experience placing students into their dream school. Because at the end of the day, like your guidance counselor, maybe they do have some successful students, but that's literally just because they have to. Like if you're a guidance counselor, you're given like 300 students every year, one of them is bound to get some kind of good result, but that's not the fault of your guidance counselor. So if you think that like your guidance counselor is the one who's placed all these other successful students, not the case at all. Instead, what you want to do is you want to find people that have above average results placing students into their dream school. This is a simple proof of expertise. It's a proof of competence. And when you find someone with an above average success rate, I would recommend trying to get some like free consultations, free lessons, So I'm like, try your best to like get on a call with one of the tutors and really kind of see like, is this guy smart? Does he know what he's talking about? And after a free lesson, if you really find someone with a great success rate and the free lesson goes really well, then don't spend any time with your guidance counselors. Go with that group. Invest your time, invest your resources in them, and you'll actually see the results. This is how modern students are actually getting into their dream school. And I guarantee you, go through College Confidential, go through any of our Ivy League students, anyone out there, there's not a single one who attributes their college admission success to their guidance counselor.
And this is true. You see, I like that comparison you use. Like, are you really going to use a crossing guard to get you across the country? You're not going to do that. That's the starter pack. The thing is, most parents don't realize if you're going with the starter pack, just the normal basic guidance counselor, you're going to end up going to the normal basic college. The only reason why we see other students who use guidance counselors, let's say they get lucky and they do make it to these Ivy League colleges, this is not because of the guidance counselor. This is because of the student themselves. The student themselves was just a naturally smart student, and they just knew a lot about the college selection process, and they just had it. They just knew exactly what to do, and this was because of their own expertise. The guidance counselor is not the one carrying them through these very difficult times. They're not at all. And so parents, you need to understand, and students yourself as well. You need to understand that if you want to make it into the best of the best, you need to hire the best of the best. You need someone who's going to guide you. You can't go with basic and expect to come out with flying colors. You can't do that at all. You got to make sure you're investing time with the right people. And I feel like that's what's more important.
Exactly. Zach, what would you say to all those students and parents? Because we've talked to so many of them. What would be kind of your message to all the students and parents right now who are currently using their guidance counselor as their main college application strategist, as the one they go to for their entire strategy?
Honestly, my message to them would be make sure you seek out for additional help, because additional help will always, and I mean always, be better than the original guidance counselor. The original guidance counselor, when they leave and clock out, they're not going to be thinking about you anymore. They're not going to be thinking about, oh, I have this one student who wants to make it into Harvard. Let me make sure to do this and this and this for them on my free time. They're not going to be doing that. They're only going to be working on the clock. They're not going to be paying much attention to you. And let alone, they have so many other students that they have to do the same exact thing for every single year. It gets a lot for them. So you see, my main message would be seek additional help. And don't always shut down the idea of additional help just because you think it's going to be too time consuming, uh, or take too much time. Don't ever do that, because additional help, especially from the right people, will always, always set you further than the average person.
1000%. That's basically our message. If you're a parent and you're a student and you think that your guidance counselor has your best interest at heart, if you think that your guidance counselor is the person who's going to get you into your dream school, who's actually looking out for you, then, this might be tough news to hear, but it's a good thing that you're hearing it now and you're not finding out when rejection letters come in by the time you're a senior. So just pay attention. End of the day, your guidance counselor, they get paid to give the same cookie cutter advice to every single student. They're not your mentor. They're not your coach, and they're not in charge of getting you into your dream school. In fact, there's literally no incentive to help them, no incentive for them to help you get into your dream school, and no penalty if they don't. They get paid by the hour. So don't rely on your guidance counselor to get you the results you're looking for. Instead, go to trusted experts like us. We got perfect scores, 100% success rate, Ivy League students. And if you want to get a sneak peek at our teaching style, go check out our SAT bootcamp, where we literally break down full-length modules question by question, and we show you exactly how perfect scorers think about the SAT. And also, download our free black book. Links in the description. The black book's literally going to boost your score overnight, and it also comes with a complimentary lesson where we're going to sit down with your child and find out what's going wrong, improve it, and get them 200 more points on their SAT. Zach, anything else to add?
Nothing else to add. I feel like we perfectly covered everything today on this Talk Sovic.
Say less. Parents, students, this was another episode of the Ignite Test Prep podcast. We just went over why your school's guidance counselor needs to be avoided like the plague. We'll catch you on the next one. Drop a comment, smack that like button, and make sure you subscribe. Catch you
All
later.
right. We'll see you, everybody. Catch you later.